What's going on, guys? Jake Peffer here. Welcome back to Jake's Cinema Room. I'm back with another movie review for you. Today I'm going to be looking at the latest movie from director Darren Aronofsky, The Whale. Now, this movie's been getting a lot of buzz, not only because Aronofsky is a pretty renowned director, but also because of the performance of lead actor Brendan Fraser. So with The Whale, we have Brendan Fraser as a very overweight online teacher, and he basically lives in his house, a very secluded house, and all he does is essentially just teach online classes. He eats a couple of pizzas a night, and he basically just kind of wallows in his own sorrow. He doesn't have a lot going for him. He recently lost his boyfriend, who he was with for quite a while. So that's kind of added to his obesity, as he's just been eating and sulking and all these things because he basically doesn't have anybody. He does have a daughter who is 17, played by Sadie Sink from Stranger Things. He has not seen her in a very long time. When she was 8 years old, he basically walked out on her and her mom for his boyfriend that had recently passed away. He was actually one of his students at the time, and he ended up building a relationship with him, and so on and so forth. So now what he's trying to do is essentially reconnect with his daughter and try to just show her that he does actually care about her, he does love her, and wants to build a relationship with her again, and hopes that she can forgive him for walking out on her and her mom all those years ago. And that's essentially, what we have going on here in this movie. The way it's set up is almost like a play. It's all in one location. It's all only in Brendan Fraser's house. And we basically don't see anything else. You do have a small part at the very beginning with somebody getting off a bus. And at the end, there's a shot of a beach scene. But outside of that, it really is all in this one location, and you only have about 5 people in the movie. So it is very much set up like a play, because you have these people coming in and out of different scenes, and Brendan Fraser is kind of your mainstay into the movie, where he is this central character that's interacting with these other characters and pushing the story and moving it along. Now, as I said, the buzz for this movie has been crazy because of Brendan Fraser's performance. And let me go ahead and get it out of the way. His performance in this movie is absolutely amazing. No matter what you think of this movie, whether you like it, whether you don't, sure, it may have some problems here and there, whatnot, but his performance is absolutely amazing. It is gut-wrenching at times. He puts so much depth into this character, and really makes you feel for him. I mean, you already kind of feel for him anyway, because he's a guy that, weighs over 600 pounds. He doesn't have a lot going for him. He's trying to reconnect with his estranged daughter. And, there's not a lot of happiness in this movie. And he really makes you feel that. Yeah, there's some times where he smiles and giggles and laughs and things like that helps lift your spirits a little bit. But this is a really hard movie to watch. And even though his performance is great, this is not going to be a movie for everybody, unfortunately. And it's just because of the subject matter and what it tackles. The way the movie tackles obesity sometimes can be just a little too hard. And for certain people, it's not really going to work for them. And, that's perfectly fine. For me personally, I think the movie does work enough outside of just Fraser's performance. I think it's got some things going for it, but it does definitely have some issues here and there. It is a just under 2-hour movie, but the pacing could use a little better work. It does move at a very, very slow pace. And some of the stuff with the obesity and some of the characters and things like that, there's some, troubling issues here and there. All in all, the movie does work well. I think Aronofsky does a good job with the direction. I mean, he's arguably one of the best directors in the game. And there's not a lot of times, even in some of his lesser movies, I still think he does a good job behind the camera and has a good vision for pretty much every project that he's done thus far. And here's no different. Not only is he getting this great performance out of Fraser, but the rest of the cast, mainly because it's not a very big cast, he's getting a lot from them as well. Sadie Sink is great as the daughter here. You know, I really only know her from Stranger Things. I think she's popped up in a few other things here and there since then. But this is really my only other instance in seeing her in something else. And I think she is phenomenal in this movie. You know, she's not really getting as much buzz as Fraser is, but honestly, I think she could stand to be nominated for something because she is putting a lot of effort into this role, and I can't wait to see more of what she does in the future. Outside of them two, you have Hong Chow, who plays a friend and kind of the caretaker for Fraser's character. She puts in a really great performance here as well. Ty Simpkins, who was in that first Jurassic World movie and was the little boy in Iron Man 3. He's great in this movie as well. He kind of pops in every now and again. His character is the one I feel like could maybe be taken out of this, and it might make things be a little stronger because his character, I don't feel like is really tied in as much as the other characters are, but he does serve a purpose, and for what he has in the movie, I think Ty Simpkins does a good job. The only other person in this movie is Samantha Morton, who plays Sadie Sink's mom. She has one scene in the movie, but the scene that she has, she does a very good job in this. And, you know, those 5 people in this cast, that's really all you have, they're all giving great performances. And this is a movie that is definitely elevated because of their performances. Yeah, it's got some issues, and yeah, some things don't work all the way through it, but the performances alone are what make this movie worthwhile, and it's definitely something I would recommend checking out once it does come out. Overall, with The Whale, I would give it a 7 out of 10. It does things well enough to make you care about these characters, especially Fraser, who, like I said, is giving the performance of his career. I really hope he wins all of the awards for this role. I know there's been some other great performances this year, but this is just unlike anything you've ever seen from him. And the fact he's doing all this, I thought his the way he looked in the movie was CGI, but apparently he's wearing like a bodysuit. That's a lot of makeup, and the suit and everything looks fantastic. So this definitely deserves to be nominated for Best Makeup. It probably deserves to win, honestly, because the way they make him look it's uncanny, as looking at, you know, one of those shows like, you know, My 600-Pound Life or whatever one of those reality shows is called. He you know, he looks flawless, and I think, like I said, it's worth checking out once it comes out. It gets a definite recommendation from myself. But yeah, that is about it from me, guys. When you get a chance to see The Whale, please let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more reviews in the near future. I'll leave all my links down below on where you can follow me and check out more of my reviews. And until next time, I'll catch you all later.